Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist and I'm creating a video every day for a year. This is video 205 and this is my 43rd birthday. I had a wonderful day today. I hope your day was as great as mine was. Man, I've been doing a lot of thinking today. This birthday has really changed my life for some reason. I have no idea. 43 is like such a weird number. It doesn't sound very cool. 44 sounds a little cooler. 42 sounds a little cooler. 43 is like one of those weird numbers. I don't know, but numbers don't even matter. They really don't. Age doesn't matter. I feel like I get more, less mature each year. I have more fun. So I feel like I'm getting younger actually. So it's kind of nice. But I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I want to create in the next year a lot lately, and what to let go of. That's my main thing. I realized, probably in the last couple days, mostly, I've been like really noticing I've got to let go of some stuff and internal stuff and like literally let go. And one of those things is the overworking that I do because I'm so used to being on my laptop because it's fun, but yet it might not be the best thing for me. So I want you guys to think about that. If, you might be doing something that seems good for you, but what if it might not be? So I had to really think about this because I have these habits I do in the morning, my routine that I do, that has really helped keep me in line over the years. Because I would always say, as long as my morning's okay and controlled and fun and, I get everything accomplished in the morning, my whole rest of my day can go into chaos, which would be client chaos is what I was meaning. Like rescheduling, hustling, doing all the things I needed to do, crisis work, whatever it was. Like as long as my morning was good, the rest of the day could go into chaos. And I don't want to think like that anymore. And I don't have to deal with as much chaos like that as I used to. But that's kind of what I did the first 5 or 6 years when I was doing therapy in people's homes. So I had to really, really double down on my self-care and get really creative with things sometimes. So I would say in the last, I don't know how many years I've been doing this. It's been, at least a decade. I've kind of done different things, but mostly the same types of things. But the timing might change of certain things or the amount or whatever. But the things that help me the most are going to bed around the same time every night and getting up at the same time. Like I get up at 5:30 every morning, no matter what. Does not matter what time I went to bed the night before, I get up at 5:30. And of course, I take care of the herd of cats, the castle of cats. They must be taken care of. So they are first on the list. And then come upstairs, and the very first thing I do is I meditate. And I make myself either lie down on my back or sit up, and I make myself just be there. And I do a Joe Dispenza meditation every day. I do the changing boxes short version. I've been doing that one for about 2 years straight, like every morning. I make myself do this because I look at the meditations as like, I wonder what, as I do this every day, like the cumulative effect of this, like what will this do for me in the end? And it has had profound effects for me, but I'm ready to go deeper, and I'll get to that in just a second. But so I meditate every day, and then I get up from that. And now, since I have not been touching my phone for the first hour, when I say touch, you can touch your phone, and if you need to check your messages or whatever, I understand everybody's got their own thing that they need to do. But what I mean is, don't get on your emails, don't get on your social media stuff. Just like stay off the first hour. That's just what's been working for me too lately. It's great. And so then I have a few extra minutes. And so I sit and I read these 4 books I'm reading. And I just kind of read a couple pages, and I really study. I don't just read them, I'm studying them. I'm reading the pages over and over, really like taking them in. I'm a chronic reader, but not remembering what I read, so now I want to study more. That's another goal I have. I want to just really, really study this material and make it, solidify in my brain. Repetition is what we need. So I do that. And I also journal every day 3 things that I'm thankful for. So I say, I'm thankful for this. And I just do 3 things every day. They're all different. And I just kind of, also, it's kind of like almost a diary. Like I'll say, I'm thankful for this that happened, and so I'll go back and look and be like, oh, I remember when that happened. So it doesn't take but just a couple minutes. But again, it's like a positive action that you can do. And then from there, then I, do my email and whatever I need to do from there. And then I do a 30-minute walk. And after that, I do an hour of yoga or an hour of strength training. And unless I have some work that bleeds over. And that's one thing I've noticed. I'm not doing my full hour. I'll let like some work I'm working on bleed over into my time. So what my goal is to get very strict with my time from now on. And I'm pretty strict with it already. Like I'm very strict already, but I have some bleed over. And then even in my client sessions, have some bleed over. Like, oh, there's 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Well, that adds up over your day. And I heard Russell Brunson, and I don't know, there were some other people that did this too, but they would like log their time for a whole week of like, what do they do every 5 minutes? I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to, because I want to know where my leaks are. I want to know where my weaknesses are. Let's put it that way. And it's not that it's a weakness necessarily, but it's more like this is what I need to change in order to level myself up even more. And so now I'm tightening up with what I'm working on, because that is another form of self-love. That is another form of self-trust. And you're creating a new identity with those actions. You're going to literally create a new identity. And again, from a new identity, we see the world completely different. And the external world will change as you change internally. So I've been thinking about what can I let go of? And one thing is let go of the past. Keep working on that. Like, do not let your past come into your now moment. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Yesterday, I was getting a petty, and I was reading this book, and it was Rhonda Byrne's book. I think I mentioned it yesterday in the video. And it was talking about manifesting $1. And I was like, oh, I'm halfway through the day, and like I'm going home to get on more sessions, and how can I manifest $1, I wonder? And I was like, well, maybe they'll give me $1 off my petty today or something. And for the first time in history, a few minutes after I did these affirmations, and I just got very present in the moment, and I was just looking around and just like really enjoying myself, enjoying the massage chair. That's probably one of the best things about getting a petty, it's a massage chair. So I'm sitting there just like trying to be really present and really be there. And the lady comes over and she's like, oh, here's this for your Christmas present. I forgot. Normally salons will give you a Christmas present, and it might be lotion. That's what I've always gotten. And instead I got this pair of collagen socks that you put on your feet and they make your feet soft, apparently. I can't wait to try those out. And then a $5 gift certificate on top of it. And I've never in I don't know how many, times I've gotten nails and toes done over the years, never gotten money like that. But I had just thought, how am I going to manifest $1 while I'm sitting in a chair? Well, there's a small thing that manifested very quickly. So there's things working in the background that we don't even know. And that's why, I also, while I was sitting in that chair, I remember telling myself, because I started thinking about something and I could feel my mood go down just a tiny bit. I could feel it. And I was like, no. And even as I was reading that book, it said something about, remember, you only have the present moment. Because I have to be reminded too. I have to remind myself all the time, hey, you do videos on these same things. Like, remember, you do videos on these things. How many videos have I done? 205 of these. How many books do I read? A lot. How much do I practice? A lot. But I still forget sometimes. We still go back to the default programming at times. So we just catch ourselves. So I caught myself and I said, no, go back to the present. Just get there and stay there. And I could feel my mood going up again. And that's whenever everything started happening. I got the $5 but then I turned around and I tipped her an extra $5. So I gave it back in circulation. Well, then whenever I go the next time and I use the $5, I'm going to tip an extra $5. So it's just like money in, money out. And this video isn't necessarily about money, but it's just in general, it's like things are always working for you in the background. And if you just let go. And so that's one more thing I wanted to mention is something in me has told me to go back into my Joe Dispenza teachings. If you don't know who he is, check him out. Just search for him and have at it. But he was one of my professors online at the school I was attending in my doctoral program. He was on their staff, but it was just an online class. But I actually took a neuroplasticity class from him, and oh my God, it was so awesome. But I need to go back into his workshops that I purchased years ago. And I remember doing those workshops. There were tons of like 45-minute meditations in there. And I'm going to go back deeper into that because I feel called to do that for some reason. And I think I'm ready. I think we just get to this point where it's almost like you're sick of the same. And I bet a lot of you are feeling that, like sick of the same thing over and over. And you feel a call or a pull towards something more. So I want you to really listen to that and ask yourself, maybe you haven't felt it yet, but maybe it's there and you just haven't accessed it yet. But there's something in me I can feel that wants to take this up a notch in my meditations and just in life in general. I'm ready to create everything. Or align with everything. It's already created. We just have to align with it. But if we don't let go of that baggage and that extra that we just don't need, we'll never see it. And so I'm willing to like be totally stripped. That's the way I look at it. I'm like, let's just strip it all out and see who I am underneath this. And sometimes we get to a place where we're like so sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's almost like you're forced to change. And I think for me, I don't know about you guys, but like 2025 has been I don't want to say it's the worst. It's been one of the most challenging years I've had in a long time. But I've also transformed the most too. And I had a lot of fun. Even though it was a challenging year, I had a lot of fun. But I got to know myself the most probably this year. And I know it's just going to get better and better from here. But one thing I do say every day is everything gets better every day. Like each day gets better and better. And you just got to start thinking like that. And you got to start thinking about, what do I need to let go of? Because it might be pride, it might be ego, it might be, complaining, blaming. Ask yourself, like, what do I do on a normal daily basis that I might need to let go of that's going to shift my identity to where I can become this person I want to become so that I can perceive the things that I want instead of perceiving what I've got going on right in front of me right now. So I think I'm personally being called to let go. I don't know about you guys. It feels like today I just want to talk about this because I just started thinking like, okay, I'm starting a fresh year and it's time to level it up. Like I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to create the most muscle I've ever created in my body. Like I'm ready to push over the edge in that arena, in the fitness arena. I'm ready to start cooking new recipes and making new things and trying, new things, and letting joy in. That's what I'm ready to let in, is joy, like more joy than I've ever let in before. And I think that's really important to think about, is like maybe a goal you might have is like letting joy in, letting peace in, letting love in that you've never really like fully let in, and make that a goal. Like we're learning these skills, and part of the skill is learning to let go. And that might just be letting go of certain beliefs that you have and certain thoughts you think on a daily basis. So I'll leave you with, tell your brain what to think. Like, what do you want to think? Determine that first. What do I want to think? And then teach your brain, hey, this is what we're going to start thinking. And you can practice it and develop it as a skill. Isn't that cool? I just love that. So tell your brain what to think. Don't let it tell you what to think. Don't let that brain just go off without training it. And your body too. You got to train your body to sit like an animal. That's what I do every morning. I train it to sit, and I turn into a different person before I even get up. It's like, nope, I got to feel this. I got to get in this. And when I feel it, that's when I get up. And I practice that feeling as I'm walking around, doing what I need to be doing. And then I get in that good space before the day even starts. And then the day's great for the most part. You have your ups and downs during the day sometimes, but you just got to train yourself to not stay in the downs, to stay in the ups. So I will leave you with that. I need some water. I'm parched. Well, this is amazing, amazing birthday. Thank you for all your happy birthdays. I appreciate all you guys so, so much. And thank you for watching as always. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to. Please share this with somebody who might benefit from the information. And yeah, remember you are loved, so loved. And remember to appreciate yourself, because what you appreciate appreciates. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.